So I'm in a bit of a crazy situation. I just found out, well, the internet is down at the moment and I've been struggling to get connected. But I've just found out that there's been some kind of incident, like a tree has fallen down or a pole, the older cables or whatever has fallen down. And so it's a serious incident. And the situation won't be solved for 2 to 3 weeks, I found out somehow. 2 to 3 weeks without internet. And I'm realizing now that that's absolutely catastrophic in my life because I've been injured and so I'm in a medical situation. So I don't have anything in life at all except the internet, really. For food as well, I suppose. And it's made me think about how dependent we've become on the internet and how amazing it is in our lives and how vital it is in our lives, basically. And then I'm thinking about other things that we're completely dependent on that before we didn't have, we had to live without them. Something of electricity and fridges and shoes and jackets and tables and chairs, etc. The list is endless of the things that we have now that at some point we had to live without them. And I find it amazing and completely impossible to understand how we lived without it. So electricity is one of the main things. How did we live without lights and fridges and TVs and computers and everything? And all of these things were simply not around at one point. So it makes me think about what will be invented now or in the near future that we will become dependent on, and then we'll wonder how we live without this stuff. So I'm thinking, off the top of my head, first of all, maybe we'll get self driving cars, and so we'll have no accidents and no traffic jams. It will just be perfect and easy to transport around. And I'm wondering if people are using that for a while, they'll think back and wonder, shake their heads and wonder how we could possibly have lived without cars that drive themselves. They'll be so used to it that they think it's crazy that people used to actually get in their car and drive them themselves. They wouldn't understand how that could be possible. And I'm thinking now that people used to live without electric lights. People used to live without fridges. People used to live without cars. People used to live without telephones. There's so many things that we are dependent on now that didn't exist before, and it's never crossed my mind before to think about how life was because things are so much easier now. But then I'm also thinking that in 100 years or whatever, life will be so much more improved that people in 100 years will look back at how we are now and think our lives are miserable and incredibly difficult, and they wouldn't understand how we could survive like this. So it's just such a strange way of looking at the world, but there it is.